Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim. This is a channel where we talk about everything, mostly crafting, but everything. Mostly crafting and chickens, but pretty much everything. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. It's already warming up outside. It's going to be a hot one, like 92. Good morning, Arrow. And good morning, Lana, Bobana, Bonana, Fana, Fofana. I just made this coffee, so it's the perfect temperature. Mm. So, where am I going to set this? Right here. So, those of you that read my post on my channel yesterday, good morning, Mary Ann. I missed you yesterday. Keep your eyes open. Well, you can close them if you want. So, you can picture everything I'm about to tell you in your head. So, my day yesterday. Good morning, Michelle. Those of you that read my post, I'll go in whatever order I can remember. So, it started with so River Life and I we have a joke. Good morning, Joanne. We have a joke. So on days when I'm home and he has to go into the office, excuse me, I um I try to think of reasons why he should have to stay home and work from home. So so I said to him as he was walking, getting ready to leave yesterday, I said, "Oh, you know what? I said, you should probably call your boss and tell them that I'm about to do something dangerous and you should pretty much stay home here and babysit me." We laugh, ha ha ha, and he goes to work and this and that. So then I go out to the chicken coop and I realize I have to put up the security cameras. So the one inside was easy. That was fine. I put it up. So the one outside, well, first of all, the one inside, there was a beehive. I had to knock it out because I hadn't seen, they build quick, by the way. So I knocked that out thinking I was going to get swarmed by bees. That didn't happen. So I get to the outside one and I'm like, the only spot to put this camera is on the roof of the shed. On the roof of the shed. Why not? So, good morning, Margaret. So, drill in hand, screws in my pocket, camera in the other hand. Everything I think I'm going to need up on the roof is now in my hands. So, the area that I have the run is very uneven. And instead of, I have one of those little giant ladders, it goes in 13 different ways. It's a little heavy. So, instead of, good morning, Frizzy. So, instead of carrying the heavy ladder, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Instead of carrying the heavy ladder into the chicken pen, which I now have covered with netting, so I'm ducking down, I decided I'm going to use one of those, those fold up little 5-step things, 3 to 5 step. I'm going to use that. I mean, whatever. So I bring all my crap in there and I set this thing up. Now, it's tipping this way. So I figure when I get up on the ladder, I put most of my weight on my right foot, left foot, on my left foot, so I cannot, I'm counterbalancing gravity. So I'm trying to use the power drill, da da da, get the screws in, da 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 da. I get everything. Good morning, Amber. I get everything where it should be. I'm screwing it in. At the very end of the last screw, the ladder tipped. Now, I wasn't 20 feet up. I was, high enough off the ground where it would hurt if I fell, especially with the way I am. So I'm hanging on to the shed. Where are my nosy neighbors when I need them? Nowhere around. So I'm hanging onto the shed now with my arms and hands the way they were from the day before. I had to hold on and lower myself to within dropping distance. So I'm fine, but that sucked because I had the drill in my hand. I had what was left of the screws in my hand. Plus, I didn't want, with my luck, I would have caught the cord on the way down and pulled the camera back out and would have had to go back up anyway. So That was story number one. Number two, we went from 6 cats down to 3 cats. Now we have one. Okay. Those of you that know me, you know the story behind it. So 6 cats down to 3, down to 1. So I went from a giant cat box to a semi-giant cat box, and now I just need a normal cat box. So cat litter's heavy, but I decide I'm going to take the whole cat box out and replace it with a nice new one, littler, this and that. So I slide it across the floor. I get it out onto the deck. Now I borrow River Life's 4-wheeler because I'm going to take this thing. It's heavy, but I can do it. And I'm going to dump it in the dumpster. So when I said in my post that the cat litter dumped on the floor, only a little dumped on the floor. The rest of the story is this. So I get the cat box. Now it's about this big by this big, and it's got 2 full boxes of litter in it. Plus it was ready to be changed, whatever. So it's heavy. So I slide it off the deck onto the 4-wheeler. Easy peasy. I'm like, all right. So I'm getting myself ready. When you get to the dumpster, you're going to have to hoist it up. Well, it didn't make it to the dumpster. I back the 4-wheeler up, and there was a pothole in the road, and it tipped, and the whole cat box fell off the 4-wheeler and dumped in the side of the road. Now, good thing is it wasn't the road, it was the side of the road. So that happened. You know what? It's cat litter. It'll work its way into the, but still, that happened. Okay, what's number 3? Number 3. So I come in the house. The next 2 things happened in the house. I come in the house, and now we have plumbing in the house that is sensitive because of where we are. Okay. So I go in the bathroom, I'm cleaning the tub, whatever, cleaning up this and that. And I look in the toilet, and it's just not, it doesn't have as much water as it should. Those of you know your toilet, you know how much water it should have in it. So instead of leaving it alone till I need it and then figure out what's wrong with it, I'm like, well, I'm just going to flush it and see what happens. So of course I flush it, and it starts rising and starts rising and starts rising. And it's that point where you're like, no. So that happened. I fixed that. So this was about 1 o'clock by this time. And so I said to Fritzy, I said, you know what? I deserve a 10-minute nap, because I know realistically this is all I'm going to have. I'm going to go in there and think I'm going to have it, but it's not. So I had some clean laundry on my bed, and I take the laundry and I'm going to scoop it and set it on the dresser or the counter that's in there. And so I scoop it up, I set it down, and Fritz jumps. There's a spider. Now, he was about the size of my thumb nail. Okay. Not huge, but it's still a big black spider on your bed. Process that. On my bed. Fritz jumps. I scream and smack it off the bed and stomp on it in bare feet. In bare feet. I got it. I saw the carcass. I know it's dead. So as I'm recovering from this, I lean down to hug Fritzy. And I say, oh my goodness, Fritzy, how did we make it through that? Now I've got my head on his belly because I like to nuzzle his belly. Well, little backstory, I changed his food, and it's not agreeing with his tummy so much. So we had some complications in that area that I did not know were there until I was nuzzling him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is, I did see the carcass. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I got dog poop in my hair. That only happens to me. You know that. You can't make this up. You cannot make up a story of how you got dog poop in your hair. You just can't. Yeah. So there was my day. Did I forget anything? I'm not sure if I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. So I deal with the poop in the hair, shower, whatever, change my clothes. So so I'm not done, Frizzy. So I go back out to the chicken coop. Now I've been freezing. I buy watermelons. I scoop out what I'm going to eat, obviously, and then I fill the bottom of the shell with stuff, freeze it, and give it to them. I'm used to watermelon shells being hard, but once you freeze them and they thaw, they're mushy. Didn't know this. So there were two watermelon halves in the chicken coop that I wanted to clean up. You don't leave old food in there because it'll get yucky, right? Right. Well, I called him and told him all this, and he's like, "Oh my god, yeah." So I go into the chicken coop, and one of them was a little firm, so I stack one on top of the other, and I pick them up. Now there's still juice going on in there. I pick them up, and the bottom one, my fingers go through the bottom, and this juice goes all down my legs, my hands, on my feet. It's hot, and I'm covered in 2-day old watermelon juice. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my Monday. There we have it. So at that point, I know it. Frizzy, it was just, that was my day. You can't make that up. I mean, yeah. Monday, Monday, bottom. Da, 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 da. So I was working on my blanket. After this, I'm like, okay, I'm done with the outside world. I'm going to stay in here. Showered again. So then I come in here and I'm like, my craft room is safe. I'm going to stay in here. So, yes, it was already after. Yes, that was after. So there were two showers yesterday, one for the poop in the hair and one for the whatever that was on my legs. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to my safe zone. This is my safe zone. So I'm going to work with my Addy. Now, I'm going to cover this to keep my coffee hot. So I showed you guys the Aran Fleck that I was going to work with, right? So I did 300 rows of Aran Fleck and it came out nice, right? I did the ends, they came out nice, this and that. So I needed 3 panels of 300. Monday is real. And I had one. So I'm like, all right. Now, mind you, this was Red Heart Super Saver, Aran Fleck, and I love it. It's my favorite yarn. I just love the color. It's very comforting. So I'm really glad that this is going to make a pretty scarf, and I'll tell you why. Because I forgot the fact that my Addy is a yarn snob. My Addy does not like Super Saver. My Addy eats it. See how I did it? It'll go great for some, and then it eats it. So I pulled this off after. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a yarn snob. So I'm like, okay, I forgot it doesn't like Super Saver. So I've got this to do. I'll probably unravel it. But this will make a nice little scarf, right? Or I'll unravel that enough to make a hat to go with it. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, it doesn't like that. Let's go with Big Twist. Let's go with Big Twist, right? Where'd it go? So I got this far with Big Twist, which will make a cute hat. And it started to eat it again. So it doesn't like Big Twist either. Okay, put that in the pile. So then I'm like, well, since I'm trying things, let's try Bravo. Exactly. So it's a Bravo hat. I'll put eyes on it. That'll be fun. Maybe I'll do that while we're talking. So I'm like, well, you know what? I know it doesn't like Big Twist, but I'm going to try a different Big Twist. So I tried Lollipop Twisty. This is how far I got with this one. I'm just going to put that on. That's how far I got with that one. Realizing, duh, it's too thick. So then, what else did I try? That was it. So then I said, all right, well, let's see what others I have of loops and threads, because it likes loops and threads. So I found this. It's got a little bit of a who's what's it going on here, but look at the colors of this. Is that cool or what? So I started this for a blanket. Remember I told you guys I wanted to make an Addie blanket. So this is what I do. I make the panels and then I stitch them together and I make an Addie blanket. Beautiful colors, right? Right? So I didn't have enough yarn. So right now well, anyway. So finally, something went right yesterday. Here is my Addie blanket. Okay. Both sides. Here's the side without the sew. Here's the side with the sew. I like it both. Not a huge fan of the tassels, but this blanket needed it. So I really like it. Perfect for draped across the backseat of your car, or campfire, put it over your legs or around your shoulders. It really came out nice. Probably going to end up as a birthday present for my sister Linda, because her favorite color is green. So this might be a nice little snuggle blanket for her. So something went right. But right now on my Addie, I have, because this is a 250 row, I have 235 rows done and I ran out of the yarn. So I just ordered some from Michaels. It'll be here in a few days. So how was your Monday? Oh, I'm bleeding. That's fine. It's fine. We bleed. It is what it is. Ow, quit it. Ow, quit it. Okay. So top of the morning to you all. So that was my Monday. I'm trying to think if anything else happened. Do I need anything else to happen? I don't think so. I don't think I do. Yeah, I do love this little blanket. The one that I actually, the green one is nice. 241 rows, this is. So my siblings are texting me. Whoop, there's some gravity. This is 241 rows times 3. And then at the end, I just do slip stitch across the bottom. And then I do the, I actually did a single crochet line down. I liked it. It was almost like a cable for the cable, like a cable blanket. Let's see what my siblings are doing. Nope. So last night I'm sitting on my swing enjoying an adult beverage because I believe I earned it yesterday. Oh, remind me to tell you about Tractor Supply when I'm done, because there was another adventure. So I'm sitting on my swing, and now my family and I, when we're sitting around the campfire, we always look into the clouds and try to see the shapes. So I was doing shapes last night. And I sent them a picture that said, it's not as much fun looking for shapes in the clouds without you guys. Well, the very next text I got from my brother was this picture. Emma, was this picture. And he wrote owl. So I'm looking up in the clouds for an owl. I'm like, I don't see what he sees, this and that. Turns out he meant an owl on the ring cam landed in front of the barn. I was like, in my defense, I was talking about the clouds. So I got a good laugh over that. And I did have more than one, but it was a nice evening. I put on some music. Fritz and I just watched the sunset, and the sunset was beautiful last night, you guys. Like, I couldn't take enough pictures. It was just absolutely beautiful. Look at Fritzy on there. I just absolutely a beautiful. Oh, that's the owl. So that was. Oh. So there you go. So let's talk about Tractor Supply. So I know, I'm so sorry. I almost went live and just sat there, but I needed a few minutes just to breathe. But anyway, good morning, Missy. Oh my goodness, you missed my adventure. You're going to have to watch from the beginning when you get a chance because it was a day. So after all that, before the adult beverage, but after all the other stuff, I had to go to Tractor Supply and get chicken food because, the chicks were low, right? So I go into Tractor Supply, and if you buy a 50-pound bag of the feed, it's like $17. If you buy the smaller bags, they're like $18, and I would need 4 of them because they're 10 pounds. So I'm like, okay. Oh, it was Monday for sure. So I'm staring at the chicken food, and one of the employees walks by and says, is there something I can help you with? I said, well, I don't know. I said, here's the deal. I don't want to lift 50 pounds. I said, I can, but I don't want to right now. I don't want to do it. Well, I can put it in your cart for you. I said, when I get home, I'm still going to have to lift it and deal with it, and I don't want to. I said, I have a question for you. I said, if I buy 2 of your 5-gallon buckets, can you take the 50-pound bag of feed, cut it open, and divide it into the 2 buckets? That way I'm carrying half at a time. And that's fine. I can do 25 pounds, super easy. I said, but my body just will not let me do 50 pounds right now. And they look at me like I had 2 heads. And then all of a sudden they're like, that is such a great idea. It's like, so is that a yes? Can you do this for me? And they're like, absolutely. So the guy grabs the 50-pound bag of feed. I grab 2 buckets and 2 lids. Follow him into the back. He's like, follow me. Okay. The 2 buckets are in my cart already, so there's no extra lifting. And he divides it. So for the record, 150-pound bag fits in 2 buckets perfectly. Problem solved. I lifted them out, put them in the Jeep. Life is good. And they're already stored. So I just snap the lid on and stick it in the pen, and I'm ready to go. So that happened. That was good. They're like, okay, so make sure you write on your bucket so that next time you come in, you don't have to keep buying buckets. I was like, all right, I can do that. So it's actually a little chilly in here. which is good because it's going to be terrible later. So I'm going up, as soon as I hang up here, I'm going up to the fair barn. The reason I didn't do it yesterday, well, because Monday happened, and I'm not going to do a live from there because I really don't trust the internet. And I don't want to get on live and have it screw up like it did. So there we have that. I have every intention of sitting still and not doing a lot today. But we know how that happens. Good morning, Tammy. Oh, it has been, I mean, it's only Tuesday, right? So let's see, what can we do with this? First thing I need to do is secure it so that it doesn't pull out, right? Because I got mad and just pulled it off the Addy. But for those of you that are getting an Addy, or, you know, I highly recommend them because I love my Addy. But just be careful because sometimes your Addy doesn't like certain yarn. And it turns out my Addy only likes certain yarn. So plan your projects accordingly. Well, this will be a cute hat. Yes, I had enough adventures. So I think I'm going to take my fair book and start sorting out the crafts for the kids' make and takes to make sure I have everything I need for them by day. And then I'll sort them into little plastic tubberonis, and that'll be that. I'm not even sure I'm making full sentences, you guys. I'm telling you, it was one of those days where I'm like, stop it. Just stop it. And even when I came in here, it just wouldn't stop it. Miss C, you really have to rewind, and because I can't retell them. I don't think I could make it through. Oh, I was like, Tammy, who are you talking to, hon? Because we're live right now. Okay, so that's that one. I don't know. I just go on through life haphazard. So do I want this one to have a brim like this, right? I don't know. I just try to keep up. That's all. My life is just trying to keep up with everything. Oh, that's right. You are. Good for you. Now, is Seaside the name of the place, or you're just telling us you're by the sea? That could be a dumb question, and please don't laugh at me if it is. Go ahead and laugh. Who cares? If it is, go ahead and laugh. I don't know. Oh, it's the name. Okay. Thank you. That's too funny. Yeah. So anyway, I had to set an alarm to go live today because I didn't know what time it was. I was out making swings for the chicken. Boy, they love swings. So I took a board and just drilled 4 holes in it and then tied string through it and made a swing. And oh my goodness, the second I hung it up, they jumped up on there. Ooh, it was really cool. So it's really neat. I'm going to leave a little bit because I might put a pom-pom on that. Oy vey. Why does gravity fight me? All right. How long are you there, Frizzy? All right. So if I tuck this up under here, don't you love when I talk like this? I sound like Al. Cool. All right. With the jester on the sidelines in a cast. It's a cute little hat. It needs a pom-pom. While the king was looking down, the jester stole his phony crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was returned. The quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark. The day the music died. What song? Oh, all right. So I'm gonna do this. Oh, oh my, oh my. Oh me, oh my. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. So it's changed because when I was little, it used to be perhaps she'll die. Well, of course, they don't say that anymore. So it's perhaps she'll cry. They change everything. And I try not to be bitter, but I just like stuff the way it used to be. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. I know, my tongue's out. I can't help it. Yeah, so they changed that. And so I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll cry. All right, I'm trying to. I pulled this off the Addy without securing it, so now I have a mess, and I'm just trying to do it the quick way. So I can go ahead and do a seam on it. Normally with these hats, I fold them over and do a double hat, but this one's not big enough. I didn't intend on making a hat out of it, but it's so cute. I don't want to miss the chance. And this is all going to be folded under anyway, so I won't see it. It's just a matter of stopping this from pulling out. I can't believe my birthday's in 30 days. Has September, April, June, and November, all the rest in 16 days. Sorry, that was random, but that's how I remember how much the months have. I could never do the knuckle thing. I never understood that, but it's 30 days, has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February. That's all you need to learn today. I'm done here. So yeah, I'm not wasting this hat, and I'm going to make that, although it's a long scarf, it's a long scarf, but it's pretty. Except for February. Could you imagine if you only had a real birthday every 4 years? If you were born on leap year? Hey, Alexa, when's the next leap year?
The next leap year is 2028.
2028. Good to know. By the way, I told her yesterday to remember a number. And then when I asked her what the number was, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I just told you to remember it. I guess I can't rely on her for everything. All right, we're almost back to the beginning. Oh, maybe if I fold it over, it'll be a beanie. Yeah, so I said, remember 241. She's like, I will remember that number. And then I'm like, I asked her, I said, what number? Okay. So maybe, do you think I could do a double? That'd be too, let's cut. Oh, scissors, you guys. You know how bad I am with scissors, right? I ordered 14 pairs because I can't not have scissors, and I never have scissors, and it's very annoying. How many times do you think I can say the word scissors in one sentence? So this would be like a beanie. right? Put that there. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Woo! Make the world go round. There ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny. Come on, Missy. You know this song. Make me feel real loose like a long-necked goose. Oh, baby, that's what I like. Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down. I will find them all at once. It's a wiggle in her walk and a giggle in her talk. There you go. Little beanie hat. Fritzy's hiding them. No, I think it's River Life hiding them, to tell you the truth. Just saying is all. No, you know, I have a terrible habit of using scissors and just setting them down. And then I have no idea what I did with them. All right, so now I need to pull. I've decided I don't like it as a beanie, so I need the green yarn. Oh, here's more green. So I'm going to pull this out until I have the green to use to sew this. Miss C, where did you go? Why are you not singing Chantilly Lace with me? Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down. It's a wiggle in her walk. Sorry, I gotta fix my hair. These things bother me. So I was in the chicken coop yesterday and I had this one in my hair and the chicken wire was falling down, the netting. So I held it up with my barrette. Hey, necessity is the mother of all invention, right? All right, so we're gonna fold it in on itself. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're a chicken farmer. So I'm thinking I'm going to repaint the chicken door. Of course I am. So I let nothing sit still. I don't know. Is this going to work, you guys? Oh, baby, that's what I like. Thank you. By the way, I love that perfume. Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Amber, how did it go with your daughter getting her braces off yesterday? Are you still here? Maureen, how are you today? I'm glad you're here. Welcome in, sunshine. I'm trying to fix an Addy oopsie. Anybody else have an Addy oopsie that they like to? I do love the Addy, but first of all, my shoulder gets tired cranking it, so I do use that little tool that goes on my power drill. I'll tell you what, it works nicely. Because with the Addy, it takes 11 turns to do one round. Oh, Amber's live? All right. So yeah, it takes 11 turns to do one round. So that's why I use the tool. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I don't mean to compete. That's not. I just have to do it now. So I understand she does as well. So it is what it is, but she and I work around it. We're fine. I watch hers in a replay. She watches mine in replay. And that's that. Hey, Miss C, I would like to ask you if you would send me the pattern for that giraffe you showed on your live Sunday morning. I need him in my life. I need that little giraffe. I think, first of all, this Aaron Fleck would make a perfect giraffe. Yes, absolutely. Thank goodness for replay. So Missy, if you could send me that pattern if you have it, or a link to it maybe, I would be much appreciative of that. I would thank you very much. Let's see how this is gonna. I hope it's gonna look terrible. It's going to look terrible. I'm not doing this. Is it? Nice. You know, I don't like this. Nope, it's coming out. Coming out. Make it a little kid's beanie. A Bravo beanie. That's all it is. It's just going to be a little kid's hat. I'll give it to my niece. Whatever. I am not going to. Oh, or a little bag. Well, that's just cutie patootie as a little bag. All right. So I started making my signs. The magic of handmade. Ta-da, it's a bag. And then I did best in show. I looked that up to see which was the correct saying. You can do magic. Ooh, you can have anything that you desire. All right. So you see, my point in making the Addie blanket was when I get the gotta starts and finishes in the same thing, if I make an Addie blanket, then I'm done. It took about an hour. Well, once I figured out the right yarn. 1 hour instead of a week. But you know what? I guess it's just your preference. So I do have more of the loops and threads coming from Michaels. It was $3.99 a skein, so I got 3 of them. So I can make a nice blanket out of that. So Miss C, that camp that you're sending blankets to, what are the dimensions of the blankets that they need? The reason I'm asking is we could whip up a few on the Addie and it would be quick and done, and those kids would have blankets. That's a cute little blanket. Have I told you guys my trick with the corner on my granny squares? So you see how I'm at the corner, right? So I do my regular chain 2. I slip stitch in, but then, see I have the corner? I chain 3, and then I go back into the corner like I would a regular corner, and I do 3. So I actually have 4 in this corner, but you can't tell because when I come back around, I do my slip stitch into it, and it hides the extra. Speaking of magic. Ooh, yeah, there's gray. Well, if you had the day I had yesterday, you'd have gray too. Yep, it's getting there. It's not, I mean, it's not huge, but it's getting there. It'll be cute for her to just wrap up in. again, leave it on the couch, a nice nap blanket. It is, and I think she'll like it. And she's going to babysit Fritzy for me on Monday, so this will be perfect to give to her. You know what I've noticed, you guys, lately? And I don't know if it's something I've programmed myself into, but when I start crocheting, I get tired. Sassy. Well, that's very sassy. Hello, Sassy Mary. So I'm sitting here crocheting and I actually find my eyes closing like I'm tired. It's weird. I noticed it back when I was still working, in the school. At lunchtime, I would crochet, and I find that it makes me very sleepy. Very sleepy. Sassy Mary, how are you today, darling? I am just trying to, whoa. Yeah, okay. So I didn't know. I'd prefer to send it where they don't have sizes because I don't want to create something and have to stress on is it too big or is it too small or whatever. Wonder if I could take this big tube and twist it into a balloon animal. Make it look like a giraffe. It's terrible. I know it is, but no, but seriously, if you could send me that pattern, I would love it. Oh, that's good. You let me know. And you're going to have to rewind and see what my day was like yesterday. It was a day for sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, yesterday was a day I probably should have stayed in bed, but we know that doesn't happen, right? Hey, I got to wipe a lot of stuff off of my list yesterday. I straightened the yard, I got rid of the garbage, I swapped out the cat box, I did the coop. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, Missy. I'd rather just, I mean, that's a cute blanket. So I don't want to be like, oh, it's too small, it's too big, blah, blah, blah. Fun, laugh it up, Frizzy. Funny. I mean, I was like, who gets dog poop in their hair? Me. And you can't make that up. Uh, so what's River Life say when I tell him this story? He goes, yeah, but the important thing is, did you get it on camera? No, I didn't. Yeah, I was looking for fertilizer. No, I found it. That's just it. I was finding fertilizer yesterday. It was a crappy day, all sorts of crappy day. But you know what? By the third disaster, I was just kind of laughing at life. I'm like, whatever, you can't make this up. You just can't. If you could, it wouldn't be as funny. Right? But no, the camera didn't catch it. So with the Ring cameras, it clicks on every time there's movement. But if there's constant movement for a certain length of time, it stops recording. So I was just out there doing so much that it had stopped, thank goodness, stopped recording. I do have a video from a couple summers ago of me falling off a ladder. See, I had poop in my hair. I mean, only for a minute, but still. Who? I love you too, honey. Thank you. Missy, you got that recipe for that square? I hope. I figured you could just blow it up, yeah? Just enlarge the picture on your phone. Hello, Catherine from Australia. from the land down under. Women blue. I just, do you ever sing the wrong words to a song for so long that when you find out the words, you still sing the wrong words? Because you're just so used to it. There's a lot of Elton John songs like that. I sing them wrong because I've just been singing them wrong for so long that. Good. Okay, good. Ugh. All right. Yeah, this is getting big. Ow. Could I hit my elbow again on this? So there's an Elton John song. Is it Elton John? Yeah. Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny back toad. And that is in Yellow Brick Road. Did you all know those words? Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny back toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies. Did you guys know those were the words? When I heard that, thank you. You knew them? I did not. And thank you for the kind words, Tammy. When I found them out, I'm like, what is that saying? And then you hang around, baby, Gina Joe, who knows who, do 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 do. So my house is dark and my pots are cold. I didn't know those were the words to that song, which I can't think. Gina Jones, you got me running. Do, 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 do. I can't go on. Oh no, you've got to change. So anyway, when I come home at night, my house is dark and my pots are cold. I'm telling you, there's some songs you're like, what does that really? Yeah. Mm. And the thing is, by now I've been singing them for what? 40 years? The wrong way? Well, it is what it is. I still find it amazing that Bernie Taupin would just hand Elton John words and he would just sit down at the piano and make up the music. He's brilliant. How his mind works. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I'm still fighting with that waterer. I bought an $80 waterer and it's still leaking. And I had to rake out the chicken coop last night. Oh, yeah, that happened too. I had to rake it out and dry the floor and then re-put down the bedding. But I can't be the only one. It's Miller's Manufacturing, a chicken waterer. Yeah. And Elton John is just a whole other level. He's just takes the words. I don't know. I'm babbling. Wow, 54 minutes, you guys. We've been in here an hour already. And I only got a couple rows done on this. Well, at least I got something done, right? Trying to decide if I need another cup of coffee, which I don't think I do. I've had 3. But my brain is like, yes, I would like another cup of coffee. Elton and Wolf, yes. Agreed. Agreed, Miss C. However, one of my favorite songs that Elton John sings is the cover he does of the Beatles' Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Hello, Maritza. Welcome, sweetie. Excuse me. How are you today? I'm glad you're here. Come on in, sunshine. Only got about 5 minutes left, but enjoy. You got to enjoy yourself. Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I saw him. I didn't see him with Billy Joel. I was never really a big Billy Joel fan. I mean, I like his music, but I was not one to pay to go see him. But Elton John, I would I would pay double what I paid to go see him for sure. Hola, Marita. I wish I could speak another language. I couldn't imagine if I was trying to speak another language, people would be like, what? Heck, let's be honest, I barely get English out half the time. And that is my first language. So I should probably just stick with. Yeah, that was a good concert from what I heard. Um, that is a sweet thing to say, Catherine, and we love her too. It always makes me very happy when all my friends show up here, and you guys are all here, and I love it. Don't forget your thummies, you guys, as you come in and out, please, pretty please, with sugar on top, because that helps everything, I guess. Missy, just walking into your cottage makes me happy. I wish I was really physically close enough to you to sit and have some lemonade or iced tea or coffee or whatever. Hmm. I need to finish this. I gotta finish this. I got the gotta finishes, you guys. That's a problem. Wake up, get going, get your butter flowing. I threw a worm in the pen with the chickens yesterday and it scared them. Then I forgot they're still babies. They jump back like, what the? Because it's wiggling and they're like, nope. And they ran away from it. I forget. They're still only a few months old, but how are we doing? Yes. See, I need a few more thumbs. All right, you guys, we are coming up on an hour. And I got to get myself out of here. See what adventures I can create today to share with you tomorrow. I hope you all have a great day. If you are in this heat wave, please hydrate, stay cool, try to get where you can. If you don't have AC at your house, go walk around a store or something because it's hot. Oh, yeah. All right, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, always be happy, be kind, and be creative. And be here tomorrow. I'll see you guys. And I will be careful, I promise. Bye, guys.